Hello, everyone, and welcome back because we have breaking news on Getting Hammered. Look, news always breaks as soon as we're done taping, but we
never fails.
Are podcasters of at least medium work ethic. Mm-hmm. And so since we were still in the building when this broke, we decided to reconvene.
Mary Katharine, you know what this is like? This is like, when there was like a hijacking in the 1980s and then they had to call Peter Jennings up in the middle of the night. You got to get back to the studio. And then he comes back and then they got to look good just for this moment, even though it's like 2 a.m. or 4 a.m. or 6. And that's what it's like for us. I was in the other side of the office.
You were some 30 yards away.
I was in the kitchen washing the mugs. The mug. Yours is still here. And then I came back. I saw it on the screen. And then you were like, Vic, you're not going to.
We got to talk
about
this.
And I saw it and I thought, well, how serious? It's on Fox, but
it's pretty serious. The special counsel report has come down about Biden's documents. Remember, he had classified documents.
We're waiting for this.
Misplaced in garages next to the Corvette, in his private office out in like Pennsylvania somewhere, like all over the place. Okay, let me just read to you an excerpt. This is, I think, is the most telling one, but I think I have heard the rest of the report is also littered with such references.
And this is from
the special counsel's office.
What is the direct from?
Yeah, this is directly from it. In his interview with our office, Mr. Biden's memory was worse. He did not remember when he was vice president, forgetting on the first day of the interview when his term ended. Quote, if it was 2013, when did I stop being vice president? End quote. And forgetting on the second day of the interview when his term began. Quote, in 2009, am I still vice president? Question mark, end of quote. He did not remember even within several years when his son Beau died. And his memory appeared hazy when describing the Afghanistan debate that was once so important to him. Among other things, he mistakenly said he had a real difference of opinion with General Carl Eikenberry when, in fact, Eikenberry was an ally whom Mr. Biden cited approvingly in his Thanksgiving memo to President Obama. Now, you might wonder, okay, it sounds like some things are off here. Mm-hmm. Certainly the documents were mishandled. Are they going to bring charges? The answer is no. Let them explain why. In a case where the government must prove that Mr. Biden knew he had possession of the classified Afghanistan documents after the vice presidency and chose to keep those documents knowing he was violating the law, we expect that at trial, his attorneys would emphasize these limitations in his recall. In other words, we can't charge this old man because he can't remember things, and therefore we can't prove he did things knowingly.
So like they're on the verge of non-compos mentis or something. Do you remember just the other day, Mary Katharine, I heard this in the news, it was an Axios report where White House officials, unnamed, of course, were terrified about this upcoming, special, and the details from the special investigation into the classified docs, because we're so fixated on the Trump classified docs.
Right.
It was like, it's not as big a deal. Sure, it was in the garage next to the Corvette, but, he returned, everything's fine, no big deal. And so when I heard the news from Axios, I thought, is it going to be, are they really going to be,
because they were saying there might be pictures that would make everyone uncomfortable. Maybe the documents are next to the Corvette or what have you.
It's worse, as you just pointed out.
It's not good. As Rory Cooper points out, there are 9 months until Election Day. Either party could gain an enormous advantage by simply choosing a different nominee, and probably neither will.
Yeah. No.
Yoinks.
I think that the machinery is so well put into place for Biden-Harris 2024. Right. I don't think, even with this, I actually could be wrong, but I'm going to say that I don't think they're going to switch. What's the word I'm talking about? Switch
nominees?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Or,
oh, switch places.
Yeah. Not even switch places. What's the phrase? Switch horses. Switch.
Oh, yeah. Switch horses midstream.
Yeah. Switch. Thank you. It's the cane rock spiced Jamaican rum that's confusing me myself. Anyway, but this is serious. If they decide to keep Biden-Harris as the ticket and he's running unopposed, Democrats, fine. He still has 70%.
Yeah.
It might be less, but 70. The independents, on the other hand, that's going to shift even more. It wasn't even in his favor in the first place.
Well, and I think the issue with this is rarely do you get an official entity say the thing we're all thinking.
Right.
And this is, to my mind, the most clear any.
Right. And they're not, I don't think they were probably expecting it to be like this.
No.
I don't know how much the administration knew how the interview went.
Right.
I'm really curious, as we were just talking in our newsroom, what is Karine Jean-Pierre going to say at the briefing tomorrow or today while you're listening to this?
Are they just going to go personal on the special prosecutor?
Yeah, well, you know what they said right now, actually. They said it riddled with errors. Which parts? Just tell us which parts are riddled.
Would love to know.
Yeah. I don't know, obviously, because this is happening as we speak. We're so timely now taping the podcast, but of course it's not timely by the time you're listening. Listeners, you know more than we do right now, but I'm going to say this. I'm curious if at some point they had decided to, in the middle of their questioning, throw in a few cognitive questions, just slip them in, you know? I know this from people I know who have dementia, and they'll ask you a question. They'll ask you to spell a word.
Right.
And they can do that. And then they'll ask you to spell the word backwards, and they can't.
Oh, man. Well, I'd have trouble with that.
You have to, well, it's not like, but it's an easier word.
Don't ask me that one.
It's not like recite the alphabet backwards when you get a DUI.
Okay.
I also couldn't. Not that I have to do that. I'm
also
just
couldn't do that one sober. But
I have to learn to do that one sober.
The idea of him sort of stumbling through these interviews is, on one hand, sad because he shouldn't be in that position, but he has firmly placed himself in this position, and the rest of the party and the rest of his family is sort of abetting that. And like I said, this is the moment when an official entity says out loud very clearly the thing that we've all been seeing that many people have felt was too rude to say.
And you were telling us there was just a White House official was just telling Politico the other day that, he's done all this traveling. He's so busy and energetic. And Kamala Harris was telling Katie Couric how energetic everything's
Bader
great.
Ginsburg doing her morning workout. It's like, okay, hey guys, all right.
Yeah.
How active are we talking?
So how do you think this is going to impact?
I mean, we'll see how this plays out. The Twitter is aflame right now.
It's on fire. Your pocket is on fire.
With commentary. Look, things happen so quickly these days that, we'll move a couple news cycles past this and maybe people will be like, yeah, that confirmed what I thought about Biden. And anyway, I'm just going to vote the way I was going to vote. Yeah. But this does seem like another level of political
people who already have some concern or are questioning, this is not going to help them. I feel bad for the president. He shouldn't be in this position. He shouldn't be forced to be in this position, but he has decided, or the people around him have decided, he's in it till he is 86 or however old he's going to be. Yeah.
We'll know more by Tuesday.
Yeah.
Breaking news.
That's it.
There you go. We put in the work, Vic. I'm going to go read the rest of this report.
The news never sleeps for us. This is what we do at Getting Hammered.